All right, guys, this is a little bit of a different format. I have issues in my area with the internet, and so I tend to get a lot of interruptions or drop frames, which is causing problems with the streams. And so I've decided that what I'm going to have to do is basically act like I'm live streaming, record it all, and then throw it up um, onto the YouTube. So that means that, of course, I won't be able to live react to anybody, but my channel is not exactly big enough to live react right now. So hopefully in the future, if the channel ever does get that big, I'll be able to get a better internet in the area. Unfortunately, right now my area does not have great internet, so that's just not going to work out. It's fine for uploading videos, but not really for streaming. Okay, so the next thing is that I did try to actually stream yesterday. I did a 3 hour stream and did quite a bit in Hogwarts Legacy. Unfortunately, this was one of those times where I was telling you, it said I was streaming. It was still streaming in my streaming software, but YouTube had stopped and was no longer encoding the video. So unfortunately, 3 hours of progress was lost. Um, so not on my side, but obviously you won't get to see what I did and how I went about it. So I'm gonna kind of explain what I went through, but unfortunately, I'm just not going to be able to recreate it. So where we left off in the previous video was we were in Hogsmeade, and so I finished off the Tale of Hogsmeade, in which I'm not going to uh, I'm not going to go into a lot of the side quests, but basically in Hogsmeade, I was attacked by some trolls, and then I went from there to the Three Broomsticks, where I found out that the Goblin Ragnarok and Rookwood were actually in cahoots, and Rookwood was supposed to be trying to get me because for some reason I'm supposed to be an uber powerful person. So from there, he attacks me in the Three Broomsticks, but all the Patrons basically stand up against him, and he is unable to take me at that time. Although I think I could have done my own defensive on that one. We then return to the castle, which then brings us into the next day. And in that next day, you kind of go and meet Professor Fig, who has deciphered some locket that you guys had pulled out from earlier in the videos. Um, and that locket was important as far as it had a map in it. In that map was a map of Hogwarts, discussing where the location of the next clue was that they found in Gringotts. And that clue was in the restricted section of the library under the library. And so they were going to go, and then Professor Fig ended up getting pulled away by Phineas Black, headmaster. And then so my character decides that he wants to uh, go find this out on his own. In the meantime, Professor Fig actually assigns us a further homework for defensive spells because he doesn't believe we're ready to go on the next part of the quest. So we go to the Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom, in which case I'm told, okay, well, before I can teach you uh, this new spell, which will be Incendio, you need to learn more. So you need to go duel. So the dueling club that, whether you decided to go or not, you're going to end up getting pushed into that dueling club anyway. You go to the dueling club, and in the dueling club, you have to defeat 3 battles basically, or 2 battles, and then a third one is against a dummy, and it's just to train you on spell combinations. Once you finish those spell combinations, then you can go ahead and go back to get the Incendio spell from the Dark Arts professor. So now you have Incendio, which is actually a very powerful spell. And you can now go further into the story, basically going down under the restricted section of the library to get the next piece. Now, also what I found out is there are several different types of things. There are statues with globes in their hands. If you use Leviosa, that will actually get you part of your field guide. And there are chests that you'll end up opening after you go to the restricted section, in which I believe his name is Barnabas, the Slytherin, who talked to you earlier about the dueling club. He's going to teach you a spell that, if you've read the books, you know of. It's a disillusionment charm. So that's going to allow you to sneak around. So the chests with the little eyeballs, what you have to do is actually disillusion yourself and then walk up to the chest, and you can open those. So that's another thing that was shown in the video. I ran out of space, and so this is kind of a thing that I need to discuss with most people. A lot of the times when you get a collectible, normally you have like an inventory system, wardrobe of some sort that you can store all this stuff in case you want to use it later on to make yourself look different. In this game, I guess you don't need to do that, and I didn't realize that, so there's a lot of boxes that I couldn't open because I ran out of space, and I just finally got to the point where I'm like, okay, I've got to sell something. So I went ahead and I took myself down to Hogsmeade and went to sell some stuff, and decided to look into whether you can actually keep the cosmetics. So I sold some things, and then went back to see if my cosmetic list was changed, but the cosmetic side of it stays the same. So you don't have to worry about inventory management. If you're not using it, if it's not worthwhile, sell it for galleons, because you're going to use that for other stuff anyway. And you'll still have the cosmetics to make your character look however you want. Once you have unlocked that item, you've unlocked that cosmetic, and it never goes away. You definitely want to sell some stuff. You can use your quick travel to get to Hogsmeade at any time, night or day. I got there at night. I was afraid the shops would be closed, but they're actually open the whole time. So you can go and sell your stuff and have inventory so you can open chests. Make sure that when you're doing the Moth of the Flame, when you see those paintings, use Lumos. It'll show you a picture in the mirror. Look at the picture, and the butterfly that you need is going to be in the area that the picture shows. So then you have to lead the butterfly back to the painting, turn off your Lumos, and that's going to pop another page for your journal. Okay, and so after you go down to the restricted section of the library, you end up getting caught by Peeves, but the Slytherin person ends up taking the heat for it. So he actually does not rat you out. Pretty loyal. It's more of a Hufflepuff trait, but that is pretty cool. So you are able to finish your quest, and you get a book. So you have to take this book back to Professor Fig, who then he looked over the book and realizes that there's a page missing. And of course, with this book came 2 new memories in a pensive in that same room. Those memories were of Percival basically making Hogsmeade, it looks like. So he goes, and Hogsmeade is devastated. It's a massive drought. People are dying from having no water and stuff. And he just waves his wand, uses the ancient magic, and makes it rain, and all the life comes back to the earth. And so trees are growing, and shrubs are growing and stuff. This girl sees this, all this magic going around, and she is eventually admitted to Hogwarts in her 5th year, just like me. And she also has the ability for ancient magic. So those are the two memories that you get to see. And that's where we ended up leaving off. So, like I said, it was a 3-hour video. I'm really sorry that I kind of have to speed read what was actually a really good adventure and part of a really good story. But unfortunately, streaming is just not going to be something that I'm going to be able to do outright. So instead, we're going to make these videos, and then from there, I'll upload them to the channel. You can still comment on the videos, obviously, and once I see the comments, I will go ahead and read those and respond. But I just won't be doing it in real time. Okay, so I did a little bit of exploring. I'm still doing some exploring. I'm trying to find all the chests and stuff that I've missed. Peeves again. So, I'm trying to find all the chests that I kind of missed because I didn't have a disillusionment charm at the time, or because my inventory was full. So, doesn't seem to be anything in the astronomy tower, but let's do a Revelio. Make sure. Okay, don't see anything. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and head back down from here.
Still have a bump on my head from before.
Incendio.
Nope. You can't burn the tapestries.
Revelio.
Okay, there is a ding. Where is it? Oh, it's just dinging the blue powder. Something below me. Okay, there's another flute powder. Ah, see, there it is. Barnabas the Barmy. There's a lot of ghosts in here that you can't actually talk to.
Revelio.
Oh, nothing there. I see a chest over on that side. Yeah, come on, go through the door. You can't get to it through here, though. Looks like that might be another tower. And then, of course, there's these. I have not figured out these puzzles yet. I don't even see a third one where you can actually solve it.
Revelio.
So like if you reveal this one, there's a horse and a number 4. Okay, but this one doesn't equate to the horse. Instead it goes through... there's not even a number on here. So this one doesn't even match anything that's on there. If I roll this one, there's the horse. Can't open it yet. See, it requires a 4 and a question mark.
I wonder how Revelio.
And I don't see any more turns. Maybe it's 4 turns of this one? 1, 2, 3, 4? Nope. And 3. Okay. Nope. Let's do 0 here. And 3 over here. Nope. Yeah, I'm not really sure what the puzzles are supposed to represent on those yet.
Hello, Arthur. What was it we were going to do?
We were each going to follow a Hogwarts treasure map. I'd suggest you start looking near the Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom.
Oh, yes. Yes, we were, weren't we? And I didn't want to go because I didn't have any room in my inventory. Where I do now, so... we can do that now. See, I can't get in there. There's chests all over that area.
Revelio.
Flu powder. Ah, Charms classroom. That's all downstairs. Okay. Alright, so what we're going to have to do at this point... quests... quests... okay... cash in the castles. So... now we're going to go ahead and try to do this one. Okay, so the first landmark was actually the wyvern at the courtyard. So what we're going to have to do is go down into the courtyard to that wyvern statue.
Revelio.
Kind of check things as we go so that we're not missing anything if possible. What's in here? Oh, okay. So there's our wyvern. Oh.
Revelio.
I think this is a Great Hall. Yeah, there's Flu. Yeah, so the library is right over here. I don't think I can go into the restricted section during the day. Let's try it out and see what we can do. There's a lot of students and stuff going on right now.
Revelio.
Oh, I saw a page flying around. Guess not. Must have been a book.
Revelio.
Yeah, it's a book flying through.
Revelio.
So it looks like I got a new wand piece. Okay, so these are the stairs that you're going to be going down for the adventure. Okay, so you can end the rebellion, the disillusionment now. And at this point, you're probably going to want to stick on your Lumos charm.
Protego. Lumos.
There we go. Okay, we did open that one. Okay, so at least I can kind of show you a little bit of what I went through the first time. So you're gonna hit that, and it's gonna create stairs that you can go across. Now these are all different. They will fall off. It is time-based, so they will eventually drop away again. You have to be kind of quick.
Revelio.
Yes, you do have to jump across because yeah, it won't. It won't stay up long enough for you to actually run across. Even if you go mad dash, you have to jump. Okay, so
Revelio.
make sure I didn't miss anything, because I don't want to keep coming back down here. They fall away, they come this way, then you hit it again, and those fall behind you, and this ball goes in front of you. Okay.
Revelio.
Okay, so I wasn't able to pick up that one the first time through. See, it's another costume piece. So yeah, these were all filled with like knights and stuff, so you're gonna have quite the fight with a lot of these rooms. But it's not horribly hard. Obviously they weren't trying to keep you from progressing, but okay. So we'll go through here.
Revelio.
Huh. I don't remember this place. I feel like if I throw ancient magic at it, the door would open, but I don't think we're at that part of the story yet. Yeah, see, all of these are doorways.
Handy resource indeed,
Nice.
your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
How would you have a flue powder station down here? That is hilarious. Oh, that's interesting. So I wonder if that's part of the side quest that I'm trying to get done, but I kind of went around it. That's hilarious.
Revelio.
Like, oh, look, you found the treasure without any of the clues. How wonderful of you. Well, that wasn't very adventurous. Okay, so we're kind of stuck down here, so I'll just have to flue powder out of here. Because it doesn't look like we can go any further down this way, and the other way, the staircase is shut over it, so we'll just go ahead and do this. Annex and Central Hall. Ooh. Okay, so now we're back in the Central Hall, so now we can actually go on that other quest. I just wanted to make sure I went back and picked up those chests that I missed.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Accio.
You can't pull the owl, do you? Okay, so this is the first landmark. Or at least I thought it was. It seems like it is, but apparently not. Okay, it's saying that maybe it's in here.
Revelio. Lumos.
Spare a moment? I could use your help.
You wanted to speak with me?
I did. Hello, I'm Duncan Hobhouse. Pleasure to meet you. I've heard all about you, of course, confronting trolls and dragons.
I suppose it must seem that way. I'm not sure it's justified. It's often been a matter of circumstance.
I'm going to presume your reputation is in fact warranted, in which case, you are precisely the person I need. You see, we were learning to repel boggarts in Professor Hecat's class, and, well, mine unfortunately took the shape of a puffskein.
Well, they seem innocent, but their tongues can be most disturbing.
Exactly. I wish more of our fellow students agreed with you. Regardless of how reasonable I believe my fear of puffskeins to be, I'm beginning to get a reputation as a coward. Some have even taken to calling me Puffskein Dunkeen.
I'm the nice guy in this playthrough, so I'm obviously choosing all the things that are just like nice, but dude, I would totally be like right along with some of these kids. It's like, really? It's not that scary.
I'm sorry to hear that. Words can be cruel.
Thank you. Poppy keeps offering to help me in overcoming my fear, but I'm too afraid to take her up on it. Anyway, to make matters worse, I stupidly blurted out that I must be braver than people think, since I have been in the hidden herbology corridor.
The hidden herbology corridor?
Yes. Rumor has it that the herbology professor before Professor Garlic kept dangerous plants there. It's supposedly so overrun now that no one dares enter it anymore. I was hoping you could go there and bring back evidence that I could use to show that, well, I'd gone in. Say a bit of an exceptionally dangerous plant of some kind.
So you want me to go get you something so you can lie to everybody about your ability to be courageous? Really, dude? How are you in Ravenclaw? Oh.
What sort of plants should I expect in the hidden herbology corridor?
I haven't a clue. But have you seen the kinds of plants Professor Garlic grows? If the previous professor was anything like her, I'd imagine they're not exactly harmless.
Very well. If I'm in the area, perhaps I shall take a look.
Grand. I'd very much appreciate it. Come and find me if you get the proof. I shall be forever in your debt.
So I don't know if anybody else is hearing my character, but
Lumos.
their voice sounds kind of robotic to
Hidden
me.
herbology corridor. Sounds intriguing.
I'm not sure if it's they're using AI to simulate the voice, and maybe it's just off-putting in some areas of the conversations, but it only happens in those conversations. So I'm not really sure what's going on there. It's kind of weird to me. Okay, so apparently that was it. That black spot was just to tell me that there's a quest. I thought that was maybe to tell me that.
I'd better
that's
keep an
where I
eye on
need to
high
go.
places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
You know, it is the middle of the night, and yet I'm sitting here dancing around here. What happened to students out of bed? Students out of bed down the charms corridor. Like, no, 5th years, just go ahead and wander the halls, no problem.
Incendio!
Nice. It's one of those where you have to have spells to get it done.
Revelio!
Flu? Yep.
You
Flu
can't
Network.
imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented
Okay,
Flu
so
Power.
I've never actually been to this area. Okay, well that was not the quest that I was trying to do. Cash in the castle. So that's better for me. Okay, and now we go in here, figure out which ones we want. We want these. There. Now we look good again. Come over to our wand handles. I didn't like this one. I thought that one looks ugly. That one's not bad. I wish I could change the coloring schemes, but that one's not bad. I think I can go with that one. I'll probably find some better ones down the line, but it's good for now. Huh. I have new ones. Okay. I really don't like the styles they had in the 1800s. Ugh. Okay, well, I guess we'll finish off the Gobstones first since it doesn't require me to search the castle very much. Still requires me to search the castle, but it's more along the lines of go to a certain section of the castle. Oh, that's cool. There are so many like special touches they did in this game. It's quite amazing. They did a very, very, very good job on Hogwarts.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
There's one there. And one over there. Huh. Ooh, hello. Didn't even know you were here. My bad. Okay. Let's put you back on. So I got 500 gallons out of that. Okay. Don't need you on anymore. Can't get to that gobstone from here, so I'm probably gonna have to do it from below. Oh, there it is.
Well, that's what. I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Okay, then the other one is
How
up
nice to see you,
here.
my young friend.
Revelio. Accio. Revelio.
Ladder up into divination.
Revelio.
Divination teacher. Okay, so it doesn't look like there's any more here. Now we'll go back down.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
We're down here. Didn't I find all the
What are
gobstones
you
now?
up to now?
Revelio.
Inventory. Four gobstones. Quests. How many gobstones did she have? 6. Okay. So we are not done.
Revelio. Revelio.
Kelpie statue? Huh, looks like a horse. Oh, okay. Another 500 galleons for me.
Revelio.
Where am I?
Off on another adventure, are we?
Apparently I've been here before. Oh. There's one of the boxes I missed. I've never been at it from this direction.
Lumos.
No, it's gonna be back down this way. Look for the snake. Do you speak parcel mouth as well? Come on, man. Okay, great. Didn't I just come out of here? Oh. No, there's 2 bathrooms. Okay. This place isn't confusing or anything. Let's make sure that there are no boxes in here that I'm missing. Somebody's own greenhouse, grow house. Okay, got another cosmetic. It may not just be cosmetic, it could be an upgrade as well. I need to take a look at those, but... Ah, there you are. It's a Kelpie. Must have missed it. Down this way. Around here, through the store, and right there. And a field page. Okay. Okay, we're back to the bathroom area again. Down that way was the locked door. So I can't go that way. I still haven't learned the Aloha Morha charm. Okay. Oop.
Revelio.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Revelio. Revelio.
Okay.
Revelio.
Okay. There's another one of those puzzles, and there's 2 rollers. A Hydra and a I forgot what the other one's called. Once again, that one doesn't have anything on it that matches the puzzle. Okay, found another clue. Work.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented blue powder.
Revelio. Revelio.
I'm almost to level 12.
Revelio.
Looks like there might be another
Nice
quest.
to see you,
Is
my
that
young
troll
friend.
armor? Can't get through there. Is that the rose from Beauty and the Beast? uh, okay. Where's the next one? It shows it right there.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Revelio!
There's the last one.
Zenobia's gobstones. I should go and see her. Revelio!
Oh. Oh, that's awesome. You got the Goblet of Fire in this as well. Nice little Easter egg.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Okay. Gear. We got some new pieces. Let's see if any of it's better. Nope. Not better. Okay. New piece. Better? Not better? Better. Okay. Ugly, but better. That's actually the same. Even the trait slot level ups are 1. Yeah, those are exactly the same pieces, basically. It just requires the level 11. Stick on the higher requirement one. And a hat. Let's see. Ooh. Yep, defense goes up by 7. Okay. Inventory, that should be the gobstone. No, it's the award for excellence. Okay. Okay, what do we have here? I haven't found many of those chocolate frogs. Okay. That's that. Okay. So that's all I'm going to actually have time for today. So we'll go ahead and leave it off here. But once again, I'm sorry about the last video, or the last stream, I should say. And then from here on, we're going to have videos, and I'll just upload them to YouTube once I'm done. And I do thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Subscribing helps to make sure that you're aware when I upload these videos, because I do not have a set time that I normally do this. I kind of just, as I get time, will play and then upload those videos accordingly. Normally I try to do longer videos, so they're going to be like 2.5, 3, 4 hour blocks, not 1 hours. But I wanted to see if this was going to work, and try to get this out there for people since we missed the last stream. But have a good rest of your time, and I hope to see you again.